Don't forget to make it
Alright.
an
Alright. Greetings and welcome. I am Joffrey, along with Darkest Light and Vector Maximus, and we are here to discuss Tinto Maps number 4, this time about the Baltic. I have heard, I had some comments previously telling me that the audio balancing's been a bit off, so please, anyone who is who watches this live, don't hesitate to tell me if anything needs to be adjusted, if I am too loud or too quiet, or compared to my companions here today. I should, of course, yes, make an announcement. Yes, the funny man is streaming the thing at stream.
Funny man, who is
Yes.
streaming then? Can't be you.
Yeah, you're not funny.
I am. I know. It's you, Vector. You are truly the clown of us all.
Honk honk.
Then again, I am the one who makes a honking sound every time I join a voice call on the server. Wow, he's alive? I'm not. What do you mean? I didn't go anywhere. We're too busy talking about the mega campaign stuff. Delayed. So. No! They're not taking it. They're not taking it from me.
Execute order 66.
Alright. There. I have there. As you always bully me, Dark, I have done so. It is now
Good.
announced. Alright. And now here we go. And everyone, welcome to Tinto Maps. Again, they always thank us for the feedback received. And there will soon be news regarding the map fixes. Ah, yes, we'll get to see more of the, because people always judge them going, everyone tells him about how, certain things aren't right and they want it to be changed, and then they go back and adjust it. It's still more Pavia. Where's Johan? Where is Johan? I much desire to speak with him. First time catching a stream. I do remember you from the comments, as a matter of fact. You are the savior, the one person who has been informing me that the audio balancing is off. But let's hope that it's okay. And if it isn't, then we will adjust it on the fly. It's literally just two sliders, my volume versus the computer's volume, so no trouble at all. Gonna be a big boy. What? Surely it's not. It's just the Baltic. Oh, Poland, Lithuania, Ruthenia, and the Baltic. Okay, it's a little more than... It's going to be a little more than what I thought. I mean, after all, we have Tor, the most truly valuable region here. The Tor, and it's blue. That's a nice shade of blue. That's Dark's favorite color right there. Poland is so small. I respectfully disagree. You see... based on the fact that all of these countries here, these like unpronounceable Polish names, they're all
using all the Polish letters yet, so they'll get even more impronounceable.
Do you think any of these are shorthanded? Like, is Rawa short for something? Nah.
I don't think so. No,
Nah,
it's not.
plot.
There's
They
no
aren't
dot at the
using.
end.
They
You're
aren't
right.
using the exotic letters yet.
Yeah, if this would be short, if there was a short, there'd be a dot at the end, like you can see it in
True.
the top right. There's Tor dot.
You're right.
Oh.
But the point is, Drac, all of those countries have the same like color vaguely as Poland, so they're vassals. Similarly, I imagine this is quite curious to me. I've heard it said before that the Livonian order was considered subject to the Teutons, so it's quite possible that the Teutons have their own vassal swarm of all of these different grayscale countries, these silver gray nations. Pavia does all the Tinto maps? Oh, I hadn't realized. Oops, sorry. What's going on? We're discussing the Baltic this time. Yes. Block and oh god, he's got the keyboard in chat. Drac is typing with the special characters. Yuck. What is... How on earth would you even pronounce that? Latia.
La Chica? That's how I can get.
Oh, the yeah. How do you say it? How do you say it
I'm
then? Spell it
absolutely
phonetically in the
correct,
chat. I will offend as many people with my horrible pronunciation as possible. It is my mission.
Uh-oh.
Yes. All right.
Good.
Moving. Yeah. Yes. Let the mauling continue.
Joffrey, you have some connection trouble.
I am. God damn it! Why is it in the red
Yes.
right now?
It's even in here.
Please sort that. Okay, it's not red right now, but not this again. What is going on right now? Let's close
Joffrey moment.
all the tabs.
Fix thy internet.
We're closing all of the tabs. I don't think that will fix it though. I'm gonna do my best to fix it, including there. Steam's closed. Settings closed. Everything's closed. But we shall see. For a second, your mind broke and thought that part of the Carpathians was Austria. Oh, because it's white. It's just a part of Austria. Oh God, it's red again. Please don't. Oh.
Joffrey moment.
God damn it. It straight up is disconnecting the stream sometimes. What the hell is wrong with the Wi-Fi right now? Why did it have to start acting up now when I'm streaming this?
You haven't paid enough money.
Submit more currency.
It was
Yes,
good old...
insert...
I don't know what's up with this. It's connecting me from... Yeah, it's straight up... The Wi-Fi connection is being... Stream has reconnected itself as well, yeah. Well... I won't ping people for it this time. God damn. Alright, let me
You
bring
can
my
ping 'em
face
to
back.
let them know that it's back. Yeah, send a ping out to
There
let
we
them know
go.
that it's back. It's fine.
We're back. We're alive. Yeah, I found where the router was. I disconnected it, plugged it back in, and simple as that, it's working again. In the future, perhaps I should buy myself a rather large Ethernet cord, because then, in the worst case scenario, I could just plug myself in, because it is feasible technically. But I am here. Everything seems to be working. I apologize to everyone. Thank you for bearing with me. I hope I'm this is gonna be terrible on the VOD. I know, but we're always a bit ratchet here. So the most basic principle: turn it back on again. Yes. I don't know why I wasn't gonna think about that until one of you folks suggested it myself. Connect myself directly? Indeed, you will see my innermost thoughts projected directly into your screen. I believe that's what everyone wants.
Those
What
would be
the
some
hell?
weird thoughts.
Yes. Yes. All right. Now, let us finally get started. I'll have to link to this. I'll have to find and link to this spot on the stream and have the VOD say that this is when it properly starts, I suppose. But yes. Poland, Lithuania, Ruthenia, and the Baltic. Awesome. Now. A bigger picture of what's going on in this region today, as we have not shown it entirely before. To the west, the Kingdom of Poland is ruled by Casimir the Third Piast. It is not a completely unified kingdom, as there are several powerful vassals under him. Most of them are also Piast themselves, however. To the east, the Duchy of Lithuania is ruled by Gediminas? Gediminas. It has greatly expanded the influence of the country into Russian lands. Gediminas entitled himself in his diplomatic correspondence king, but was considered by the Pope a duke. A king or duke. And the title of Grand Duke wouldn't be formally adopted until later, most likely replacing the Russian title Grand Prince. That's why the Lithuanians start as a duchy, although it will have an event that will make it possible to adopt the dynamic name of Grand Duchy. That sounds neat. I'd like to see Grand Duchy.
I'm now just imagining the Pope deciding, what shall I call him this time? Shall I call him a duke or a king?
Both.
Has he converted to Catholicism yet? That will determine if I call him a duke or a king.
He is not a Catholic yet. I suppose he is a duke still. Perhaps a Grand Duke. He's big. He's a large duke, yes. But yes, we are back, Glitch TV. I was able to kick the router. Yes. The Grand County?
Grand Barony.
I think that's a thing in Warhammer.
Yes, it is.
I think isn't like Auckland the Grand Barony of Auckland?
Yeah.
The goddamn
They're
Grand
elector
Barony.
counts, not elector dukes.
Yeah. All of the electors are elector counts in Warhammer, but some of them, but they also have the title Grand something.
I hadn't thought
So
of that,
cool.
but the imperial feudal hierarchy in Warhammer jumps from count to emperor. Monkey.
Yeah.
I think there's a duchy somewhere. I think Midland's a duchy, for example. But anyway, that's not much better. All right. The very, very grand good duchy of Poland, no, Lithuania. What's Galicia Volhynia? Is it a kingdom? Is it the kingdom of Galicia Volhynia? It's the Principality of Kiev? I don't know.
It's probably a subject of the Golden Horde, unless it's just.
It's the
very
unholy
convenient.
offspring of Satan, Galicia Volhynia.
That disgusting color does make me think it's related to the Golden Horde, but it might just be a poor choice on their part for color. Now,
I missed the red that
Yeah,
it was in EU4.
Kiev is
Va-
probably under Lithuania.
Valar told me the other day, that Kiev is ruled by a Lithuanian prince. So, I assume that. Does that mean that a lot of these are Lithuanian
Yup.
I believe
subjects too?
so.
I guess that's disgusting. Lithuania holds this one county too? Excuse me? Oh
Yes,
god.
they do. It's beautiful.
Big pagan hours. God damn. Good times. Can't wait to resurrect the remove of faith. You won't have to. They start as it.
Oh,
We'll see that
fact,
later.
it tells you in the next paragraph the principalities of Kiev and Galicia Volhynia have fallen under foreign influence.
To south of principalities of Kiev, Galicia, Volhynia. So yeah. That's disgusting. That's
Wait. The second by the Piasts, that's the wrong color.
Wait, what? The first one by Theodore, brother of Gediminas of Lithuania, and the second by Yuri, also from the Piast. So, I guess it's not. So he's not a vassal then. He's probably not a vassal then. It's probably just that he's just a Piast, and you'll have an event.
It could be a double subject, like how I think
Dominus. They do not call themselves the Dominus. The Dominus of Galicia, Volhynia. Jeremy II, the Dominus of Galicia, Volhynia. That's fantastic. Ah. Well, yeah, Drac, you were telling us the other day that Galicia-Volhynia shouldn't be underneath Poland quite yet. So, do you know much about how this played out? Is it something where they like because he's got the relative on the throne of Galicia-Volhynia? Do they enter a PU? Do they no? They conquer it. You said, right? Let's see how that one patch of wasteland in the Carpathian Mountains look. It's got a. This is a gray color, but I think that's just because there's too many different people touching it, so no, they can't color it in with anyone. It's not the right shade. It's not the right shade of grayscale.
It's a subject of Austria.
No, it's not. It is not a whole tiny fucking mountain subject of Austria. That'd be such a horrible exclave. Dominus was actually a legit title throughout Europe. Diocletian was the first to call himself that. What the heck? What the heck? That's crazy. Yeah, I know, right? Don't you just hate when your Brian breaks? Damn. Sucks, man. Anyway. To the north, the Teutonic and Livonian orders, which conquered the lands of Prussia and Livonia a century ago, are at war against Poland and Lithuania after a long-established rivalry. Well, Poland, you shouldn't have done it. You called them in, and now look what you've done. Now you're teaming up with the pagans against them. This is what you get.
The biggest mistake the Poles ever made.
It totally is.
Inviting the Germans. This would have consequences for centuries.
It did. Goddamn Prussia because of this too. That's great. Why is Dominus a weird title? Because I don't know, it sounds goofy. It sounds like a fantasy title. That sounds like a name I would come up with for a particularly goofy country that tries too hard to sound edgy, you know? It's like, these are the dark elves of Silfentar and the ruler the Dominus of Silentar and their subjects, the grim companions or something. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? It fits.
This is not like Ambonar, where the Black Demence has its black subjects under its black emperor with its black army and the black navy ruling over their black lands.
Don't they make the white walls of Castanor black? I think they do.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very creative.
I love it.
I think they also might be they're trying to imply that they might be evil.
Dominatrix of Galicia-Volhynia. Now we're cooking. Dominatrix. Yeah, it probably would just be Domina, in all seriousness.
See, I only know this word from the show Spartacus, because that's what they called the slave master.
Oh. Fair enough. But yes. The long-established rivalry between the Livonians, the Teutons, Livonians, and then all the boys out here, the East Slavs, the West Slavs. I wonder if the Livonians are a subject. Maybe they'll explain more about that. I doubt it, though. Talk about Moldavia in the Tinto maps. It's currently a placeholder spot. What? Talk about Moldavia. What do you mean Moldavia? What do you mean Moldavia is in a placeholder spot? You don't exactly just move it. What?
It's probably gonna be broken up.
It's like, the idea being that Moldavia, as it exists, is just standing in for what the region is actually going to look like. That would make sense. It's just like, that's the region of Moldavia, but maybe it's split. Yeah, maybe it's broken up into a bunch of other princes or something. Definitely not unified. All right, I'll trust the Polish boy to know more about this stuff than I would. Moldavia was very decentralized and had many claimants to the highest lordship. Oh God, when you say highest lordship, There we go. So you've got the Grand Duke of Lithuania, because you can't call him a king, and then you've got the High Lord. Imagine you've got the High Lord of Moldavia with all the smaller lords. Yuck. Yuck. Oh, Voivode is a very familiar sounding title. Yes, that probably is what we're dealing with then. Yes. But yes, Moldavia's a placeholder. Ooh! The Bohemians are helping against Poland. What do you think about that, Drac? What do you think about that one? A new map mode, the diplomatic one. The game starts with an ongoing war between Poland, Lithuania, and their respective vassals on one side, and the Teutonic and Livonian orders, and Bohemia and its vassals on the other. So, all the Silesian shitters and Moravia are actually under Bohemia, just like it looks. That makes sense. Because, yeah, we learned that it colors vassals.
Big lad.
That is so strong. The Luxembourgs are strong. Beefy Luxembourg family. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh,
I don't think it's gonna be like EU4, where it's gonna be like an absolute monster of a country.
Yeah.
Like vassal swarms. I think vassal swarms are gonna be a lot different.
They're probably going to be dreadful by comparison, based on the way, because I imagine with the way that levies will work, they're probably levies. It's probably very much based on the population you have, so it's not just a case of, oh, you have this 3 dev subject. It's like, oh well, they can still raise like 5 to 7k. No, they will give you like 500 boys at best. Off you trot. The 500 shitters with sticks. The king of Bohemia. I don't. They're not a king, are they? Are they actually called a king? I mean, they're an elector.
The kingdom of Bohemia was the only one in the Holy Roman Empire. The king of Bohemia and the king of the Romans were the only 2 kings in the Holy Roman Empire. Until the king of Prussia, in Prussia.
The king in Prussia, that's right, yeah. Special privileges. Yeah, I mean, I'd be giving Bohemia special privileges too if they were that strong. God damn. They're that strong, and they're the Slavs. They're just the king of the Slavs, and although Lusatia is independent of them. Lutatia's its own.
Yeah, John the Blind, John of Luxembourg. Yeah, he's the current king of Bohemia. At this start date, 1337.
God, with how big Bohemia is, it's crazy to imagine, like what you're saying, Drac. We're like giving them special privileges and having them join the HRE that way. That's like if Poland did, with how big Poland is at this time too. It's basically the equivalent of being like, hey, Poland, you want to join the HRE? Here's some privileges. You almost did? Oh, God.
You should have SMH.
Oh,
apparently
Poland did.
Apparently, John of Bohemia only just lost his eyesight about a year before the game start in 1336.
What did he lose it to?
Ophthalmic eye inflammation, essentially. Apparently, while he was crusading in Lithuania. So
everyone wants a piece of that Lithuanian crusade.
In this war they're in right now, perhaps. I don't know if this is a continuation of the previous one or not.
Well, it looks to be only slightly ongoing, because you've got Lithuania and Poland slightly on the back foot, being occupied a little bit. How peace deals work? I wonder that so much as well. But I don't think we're finding that out today anytime soon. To be perfectly honest, though. How's the audio balancing working for you right now, Starsky? You haven't said anything yet, so I imagine it's at least okay. But as someone who I also happen to watch YouTubers, I know, shocking. What? I'm human too. I watch YouTube. So it annoys me very much when I see other people with terribly balanced audio and such. So I care very much about that. So it's a little higher. I should bring them up a bit higher. Bring them up a little bit.
We're some loud boys. We're gonna be loud boys.
All right. I'll bring you to exactly the same modification that I like. I'll remove. I'm removing any modifications that differentiate our levels of sound for now. We'll see if that brings us more in line. All right. So, but yeah, I wonder what's the war? What's the war for? Are they gonna explain somewhere here? I guess probably not. But technically, we're in the HRA when you first got baptized. Oh, oh, oh. Whack. Oh, look at this. Look at this.
Locations.
Wait, this is location memo specifically? Yeah.
Honestly, I'm kind of sad that Memel isn't a perfect square.
Where?
Sadness.
There it is, yeah. It's just line instead of... Isn't it? Yeah.
It's still a little rectangular at the bottom there.
She's got this little bit of tilsit sneaking up there. That's a little grody. Other than that, it's a pretty aesthetic shape. Plunge. We need square memo. Make it so. Make it so. We must imagine. I must gather together the people who watch my videos talking about the Tinto maps and stuff, and we must make posts about stupid shit.
Don't worry, I'm already starting a petition on change.org. Everybody sign
Change. That's right. That's right. We must do a poll. We need to make those some polls and be like, listen, guys. We did a poll on Joffrey the Pardoner's stream, and it said that everyone that thinks that Memel should be a square. None of us are Polish, but we think that or Lithuanian rather. But still, it's important. The olden days of square Memel. I don't know. The location map usually isn't that crazy, but I don't know. Where's Kiev? I don't want to see Kiev. It should be there. It is. Yeah, it's smaller compared to the other. Oh, these are some big locations. These are hefty tiles. God damn.
Shonkers.
Big. Look at Soroka right there. That's a big boy. Holy. Yo, compare that to the Low Countries where you have just like your itty bitty. You got your tiny. Oh, that's gross. Look at this. Who said this?
Beautiful.
Why?
Gorgeous.
Why? It's right next to Minsk too. Minsk looks good. But this. You love it. More of that. This, I love this, but this is like, what is that? It's been too long since I've seen that Markiplier meme. This, I love this. Where the borders of good old Marienburg, you know, the locations. Okay, the locations of Livonia aren't actually just horrible. But we're, like the political borders, I think, were pretty disgusting, because you got Riga split into a few places. I was like,
hit Shia LaBeouf movie holes.
Split it into three and have 3 square Memels. No, Memels 1, 2, and 3. Some issues that have already been reported to our Polish co-workers are the inconsistencies in location naming. Yes, they did. Someone did make a comment about that, I remember. They're using proper Polish letters. Wow. Are you gonna be... Lviv? Lwow? Oh no. I don't know. I really don't know. The Duchy of Bohemia was forced into the HRE in a peace deal. They were part of the Kingdom of Moravia, and then finally, when they broke free... And now Moravia is their subject. Huh. Oh. Well, they did just say, mind you, Armas, they did just say that they're also looking at they've got to change stuff, the names, but yeah, Galicia does still exist for a bit. A bit. Now, moving along, we have the provinces. Anything particularly interesting here? That is a small one. Isn't that where Krakow is? Or Warsaw?
No.
Warsaw and Krakow are in.
Warsaw is where Warsaw is.
Ah! Yeah. I am smart. It's one of their subjects. There's Krakow. I was so in.
Turned.
Looks like I guess the stream is back up too.
Hopefully.
What in the? This is so dreadful.
It doesn't happen tomorrow.
I have no real reason to believe it won't. I don't know what's going on with this, and it's really making me quite angry. But it's back up. I'm gonna have to sort this out later, but I don't know how. Because I've been texting people, and it seems no one else is noticing issues with this there's a new router in a new location. It seems no one else is having problems with it. But for some reason, stop turning it off and turning it back on again makes it work for a bit, so that's not a good sign. All right.
We got this.
We got this, but it's making me very concerned about the mega campaign and my ability to actually participate if this is going to be an issue.
All right. Keep it going.
All right. Continuing on from the area map mode, then. All right.
I have hopium.
Continuing on from the areas, I guess they do break up sea areas as well. That makes sense. Huh.
Yes, it does.
The climate is all just continental here, except you've got your tiny little bit of
something.
steppe. Is steppe a climate? I don't think so.
The next one's also extremely interesting.
The tragedy of Poland. Flat. That's what you are, Drac. You are flat. It is all just flat.
Flat.
You got a little bit of marsh, though. Wow! Whoa! There's a marsh! Reading Moldavian history, and according to the things you're reading, barely know anything about the region for at least another 40 years. Huh. Well, that's inconvenient for making a game about that like this. No wonder they're taking so long trying to figure out what they want to do with it. That region is filled with marshlands. Well, I don't know what to tell you. This is already a region that's filled with marshlands. Oh. I guess. I suppose I'll be judging the same thing when I see what Alberta's terrain looks like. If I see northern Alberta isn't marsh and forest, then I will be complaining too. So fair enough. Oh, what's this? Actual trees? It's all flat, but there's actual forest. Oh god, what is the difference between forest and woods in EU4?
Density.
Oh, really?
Tree density.
Yeah. Oh, because in EU4 it's like woods is the more northern land or something. I think I don't remember. I don't think that the terrain's going to be dynamic exactly. I would really like
that you could deforest.
They might have said something about that. and it would be fantastic if terrain, if the various elements of terrain can be affected over time, but I kind of doubt it.
Hopefully.
Dracat being upset that Poznan is not farmlands.
Back. We're so back.
we've got isn't that Warsaw? I think that's Warsaw, and then that's Krakow. What more can you ask for? Way more farmlands. Oh, listen to this guy. Listen to this guy complain. Look. Ukraine, like Kiev only has Kiev being farmlands. You're complaining about Poland's farmlands. You've got you. Have I seen the Polish countryside? No, but no one cares about the Polish countryside. Everyone cares about the black soil of Ukraine. That's what everyone talks about when they talk about Slavs with farmland. So, trees. Instead, you get trees. I suppose. So, yeah, maybe we'll get to have deforestation being a thing, but yeah, it's been a while since we did buildings now, so it's hard for me to remember for sure things like woods and forest. Oh, can you remove that? Because God, I would love for the sake of modding as well to be able to change that, all sorts of things like that to be dynamic, but I'm not entirely confident. Anything else particularly interesting? Lots of just, I don't know how I feel about this, to be honest. It feels really janky the way that some of you've got like woods, and then it's like, oh, this is a valuable land. This place is important, so it just is farmland suddenly. It's like, here's
Puskov, Riga, Danzig, Krakow, Kiev, Warsaw.
Yeah. Kiev is a little less weird because it's surrounded by grassland here. And like most of the stuff in Poland and such, that all it feels a little more natural. But like the fact is just one in exactly the Kiev location too. It's like, what guys? Like, you gotta spread it out a little bit to make it more believable, right? It's like, say, just here on the coast. Why is it like you can't make it just like this circle? You can't make like only one of these be farmlands and some more of it be grassland or something? I don't know. Like, but these two are really egregious to me. This just farmland. You've got your little lake. It's just farmlands, woods. It's weird.
I mean, Trig is sort of right that since this is where a city is, this is where people have chopped down the most trees.
Okay. You know what I will say? What I will say is, if it's dynamic, like you're saying, Trig. Like if that's actually how this works, and it's possible for that to change, and like if you chop down these trees and it becomes more farmlands, grasslands and stuff, and the woods goes away, because the woods, I imagine it like forest is the dense stuff, I guess, and the forest can become wood. If stuff like that can happen, that would make I would have no issues at all with it. That would make perfect sense to me though. Saxony and early CK3 is actually very inaccurate because it was still massively forested for a while, and the Germans deforested Germany so hard people actually couldn't get enough firewood sometimes. Woo! I'm looking forward to seeing that terrain map then. Well then. See the terrain map of what Germany looks like, because there's looks to me here like Austria's pretty forested. That is dense forest, and then there's just farmlands in the middle. Vienna's just a fucking farmland. What is this? Better be dynamic. If this is just how it looks the whole game, I will scream. I want to imagine if you could dynamically grow more trees too. If you could let the woods expand into being more densely wooded. Like it wouldn't even need to be able to affect like a steppe. For example, you don't need to like be able to let steppe grow into woods or anything, but like, oh, that could be so cool. You think they don't really have good farmland versus bad farmland? Yeah, it's the farmlands are just the really good stuff in grassland. I think, unless farmlands specifically represent places that are actively heavily farmed, and grasslands are just places that are flat and grassy and like not heavily agriculture influenced. Maybe. I don't know. We don't know. They haven't explained this enough to us. Oh wait, what's that? What's that in the corner? What does it say? Sparse. Sparse.
Oh, it's probably steppe.
So, steppe. Yeah. That would make sense. So you go, yeah, flatland, sparse. And the culture map mode. Oh boy.
What is a Lithuanian?
Don't know. Never heard of a Lithuanian. All we've got are Oxstatians. This is unironically the part I was looking forward to seeing the most. This is what I was waiting for, the cultures.
Yeah, I'm not convinced by this culture split, because to my understanding, this is basically lowland Lithuanians and highland Lithuanians.
And why are you not convinced? Dracat is not convinced.
Why don't we split Polish in two? Why don't we split Novgorodian in two? You know, it feels a little arbitrary.
Yeah, it does not appear to be split at all.
Yeah, or why don't we have Ruthenians split up, because we don't have anything for Belarusians.
Ruthenians huge.
Yeah, that is a big culture, goddamn. Woo! You know, I'm in support. I'm in support of this. Big Ruthenians.
So yeah, it seems like a very oddball split.
We don't know how nation formation and that sort of thing would work. We don't know if there would be a way that you could make yourself Estonian culture and then just become an Estonian nation, as you're saying, Starsky. But this is all of this up here is raising me some questions. Western Baltic, I am beginning to imagine, is the German culture?
No, Western Baltic is essentially Pruthenian.
Yeah.
The Baltic.
So Prussians are the German. So
yeah, Prussian culture is German, and Western Baltic is the Pruthenians. And related groups.
I guess? Live.
The opposite of the great nation of Die in Germany.
Live versus die. I'm
assuming it's Livonian culture or something
it's Livonian.
like that. So
this is
Baltic
the
German,
main.
Essentially.
So this is the main culture of the Livonian order, then, yeah. But neither of these are the main culture of the Teutonic order.
Yeah, I think it might be Saxon culture as the primary culture.
Kashubian is colored in here, so I think their main culture is this Kashubian culture?
No, because the lines are wrong.
Oh yeah, this is just done by what the culture.
Oh yeah, those are just minorities.
Rather than whether it's the primary culture.
So that's right.
Yeah, it's just majorities and minorities.
Yeah,
so
because
there's a
there's
Prussian majority, but then a Western Baltic minority.
Yeah, so, this is just so mixed up that I was genuinely getting confused by that. That's crazy, because there's only one place here that doesn't have a huge minority population of Prussians, and vice versa. This place is mixed up. And then you've just got the Oxatians, which I guess we all just unanimously don't enjoy the split. Because they're not gonna give like Samogitians a nation, are they? Like
yeah,
Samogitia.
because it's like They're Lithuanians. They're just two subsets of Lithuanian.
So like it just feels
a bit odd.
Yeah, it feels a little pointless unless there's going to be, because there's not going to be some event where it's like, oh, the Samogitians want to make their own nation, or it's like
Or,
this
you know,
culture specifically converts or something. Like
yeah, or like it merges the two into Lithuanian culture. Yeah,
that could happen. That could happen, and that could be interesting if it's like an example of like cultural changes over time. That could be cool. If it's like, all time, what do? We need to be a strong, united threat against, like, front against the.
the lack of high quality internet connection disturbs me.
Could we possibly?
You're. I'm the one who's dealing with it.
Right as he's about to make a witty comeback, he lags out again.
My point is proven.
Yeah. Yeah. Great. Yeah, I love this whole situation. I'm genuinely at the point where I'm considering connecting it to my fucking phone's Wi-Fi and seeing if it somehow, me connecting it through my phone, makes it work better.
That's what you try next time.
Do I have a choice at this rate?
I don't know, maybe.
Whether I try something next time or this time?
Well, when I say next time, I mean next time if it lags out again. Not next stream.
Yeah.
Right, we're so back, boys. We're so back. We're back up on that graph. We're so back.
Look at this photograph. Every time.
Watch out, that's copywritten.
Every time it.
Watch out.
Copyright. Well, alright, I'll leave this alone for the moment, and I'll try to. I'll do some tethering with my phone or something if it causes problems again before we're done this today.
We're so back.
We're so back for 20 more minutes, yeah. All right. Okay. What's with people? Yeah, people saying it's fine now. It's fine. Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. For how long? I'm very scared of this. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know how to fix it. But yes.
Begin speed running.
Cultures should not be associated with a direction. As in
Western.
Like it often like is
Western Baltic.
Yeah. It feels kind of weird with how small cultures are. How much they've broken stuff. Yeah, I see what people are talking about now with you're talking about wanting to, because you don't want to play as the old Prussians. And be like, oh yeah, I'm playing as the Western Baltic culture. I certainly hope that we're gonna have this split up into two cultures, because I would much rather be old Prussian than Western Baltic. That is incomparable, the amount that I would rather. I don't know what this culture should be, but I'm sure there's a better group name for it. I'm very sure. What else to talk about? There's some German. Something German, which is off in the corner there. The Western Baltic and Prussia and Livonia should definitely be split up, yes.
culture
I,
group or one culture.
I guess there's some Czechs. There's a lot of Czechs down here. Huh. I like seeing the minority uh, swatches. As you can see, the different cultures. That's pretty cool.
Do
You
you
got the
think
Silesians
any of
sneaking
these
in
are
and stuff.
Ashkenazi?
Any of these cultures?
Any of the
Uh,
minorities, I mean.
I could see that being what this is. There's a possibility that's what this here color is. Could be a large chunk of Ashkenazi. Because we did see the blue lines showing that there is a Jewish minority somewhere here. So that might well be what that is. German in my Poland. Whip, whip. Look at them, they're sneaking in. The Prussians are going. Look. I wonder if any of these other cultures are Germans. That's probably what some of these are. I don't know what these I guess all of these hashes are probably whatever this German culture is. Something German.
Yeah.
And so they're sneaking into Poland in some places here, creeping around. Don't know what that color is. Like Silesian, maybe. Anybody in Krakow? I mean, Krakow looks just. Krakow's down here. I think that's what this is. And there ain't no minority.
Majority
Well, I mean, there's going to be minorities, but there's no like large chunk because these swatches show up when there's a large chunk, like approaching 40%, I think, of a single culture. When you said the Livonians was the culture of the Germans who settled Livonia, though you think that it might be the Finnic group of the same name. It's quite possible. The Prussians are I would not be surprised at all if the Prussians are the Germans of this area. And the reason I thought that Western Baltic might be short for Western Baltic German, which is a horrible name, is because it's split between these areas, but that wouldn't make sense for the locations. Prussian makes a lot more sense for the locations of settled Germans. But down here, this is interesting. I don't where's my good Carpathian is yeah, Mysterian went to bed, so we don't have our delightful Carpathian boy to explain to us what all of these are. Rusine. What is Rusine? Transylvanian is a culture. Damn. Hungarian strong. Hungarian culture big. Yeah,
The Magyars strike again.
Jazz. It's actually fun because many Western Battle of Grunwald. Oh. Well, I guess they're probably still working on the cultures out here more. Probably because there's no like crosses. There's no like lines along the border, which is what you'd expect around here, you know. So I imagine they're still working on that. Like I mean, up here where you've got like Ingrian, that's a lot more what I'd imagine a lot of the border regions to be. You dragged Mysterian in here? Mysterian, tell us. Tell us, Mysterian, about the cum. Look. Tell us about the culture. Explain Hungary. What is this? What is JASZ? Are the JASZ Jasses? Is this the Magyars? Jazz. But there's two cultures here. There's I guess Cumans. Is probably what that says, and then JASC. Yes, Cumans still around. Poggity Wog. The true way to play Hungary is to swap to Cuman culture. Truly. Combine the cultures! Yeah, Drac! Yeah, Drac, don't you want to see... You want to see Polish... Polish Austrasian culture? Nah, I don't think they're going to do anything like that. Alright, I think that's all that we're going to get out of the culture map mode. For now. I want to know what that says. What is Sev something? Sever. Seve. Something. I don't know. But... Alright. The Baltic lands have an interesting mix of different cultures. Western Baltic culture represents the people speaking a West Baltic language. Yeah, but that's dumb. But this is dumb. I want Old Prussians, Jotvingians, and Curonians. I want all three of those. Why would I have West Baltic culture when I could have all three of those? You're giving us Samogitians. You're giving us Liv. You give us Liv. You give us Ingrians. Dude, if you can give us Rusines, Slovaks, Moravians are a thing. They're never represented in games. Moravian culture. If you're gonna represent all of these cultures that never get shown in games, bruh, you can stop this Western Baltic nonsense. That is gross. Well, Prussian is the culture of German settlers of that area. On that style, we have a Baltic German culture in the lands of Livonia and Estonia that also got settled by German-speaking people. So, I guess that's what Liv is? I guess that Dark and Vector were right about that.
Of course.
The divide between the Polish, Ruthenian, and Austrasian might be too deep. So we'll most likely add a bit more mixed situation in the borders between these cultures. So, please do. Please do. But also, I don't like... Whatever. Here we go. Here we go. We have... Oh! There's no Jewish minority. What is this?
Oh no!
Where's the Jewish minority?
Anyways.
No! I need it. Where is it? No! So there's no counties. It really is just on a countrywide base. That's so annoying. I was excited. Well, anyway. Sadness about the Jewish minority we saw in the religious dev diary. We do have, however, Remova, which is big. We got big Remova over here, though the Orthodox is creeping in a bunch in the south. Holy. Oh, rather, then again, it's actually not so much that it's creeping in as that, like, the Lithuanian culture itself doesn't go all that much farther south than that. Most of it is Kievan cultures. Oh yeah, but yeah, yeah, the Cumans and JSZ, Das. How would you say that? It's different. I don't know what it is though. But Mysterian, what you're talking about, you're saying it's just Hungarian. It's not just Hungarian, because there's huge culture that is Hungarian. Absolutely massive culture called Hungarian that is all around it. And it's just this one tiny county of it. So I was hoping you'd know what it is, but I mean, if you don't, that's okay. But, ask you tomorrow. Damn, these borders, the religious borders are so clean. This feels so weird. I mean, it's a little messy in the region here, the Carpathians, but
They probably haven't gotten to setting up the minorities between like the Poles and Ruthenians yet, so that's why it's just such a
yeah.
clean border.
There's they have talked about how over the summer, like over the summer there's like one dude they're gonna be forcing to do a ton of that. Hmm. Right. Um. But yeah, and there's also like a minority of some other religion up here that they haven't added yet.
It's
So,
animist. It's animist.
yeah, it's animist, but they're gonna add a real one though. They're gonna add a
Maybe.
real faith. Trust, please, I beg.
Potentially.
Please. Hmm.
It's so
They've
over.
Ukonusko. They already gave us Sami shamanism, so I'm really hoping they'll actually sort out those placeholder faiths eventually. You got to say anything about it? Yeah. A region with a more interesting religious setup. Finally, whoa! Apart from the Catholic Orthodox divide, you can see the remover religion, which was a hot topic in 1337. Shall the Dukes of Lithuania convert to Catholicism or stay pagan? Red stripes to the north are another animist population. Also, disregard the Sunni region in the southeast, as we have to review all the pops on the Pontic steppes as well. No, you're not supposed to say it's just animist. Don't. That's dumb. That's dumb. Just animist? It's lame and
Copium.
fake and dumb. Gross. Mm.
He is suffering.
I am. I am suffering. I suffer without my stone.
Then comes the cool map. Look at all that tree.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, look at all that lumber.
That's a lot of tree.
Mmm. Oh, they're chopping that good tree. Yo, they got amber too. Mmm. Amber pog. Hungarian gold. Oh, whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa! What the hell is this? What the hell? Silver and gold. Silver and gold. There's so much silver and gold around here. What the hell is going on with that? What is gems too? Got all the shit.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see California's gold map.
It probably won't have any at this time period. It wasn't discovered until the Vic 3 era.
Yeah, good old-fashioned gold rushes.
Now, if you want to see gold, you should be looking at the Andes or Mexico.
But we're not going to get those for another, like, half a year, I bet. We're not going to get those Tinto maps for a long time.
But that is absolutely you will see so much gold and silver, because I think there was so much that it put gold and silver mines in Europe out of business.
More there's gold and silver. Wait, which is this? This is in Silesia, I think. There's Moravia, and then
that's
this is a
Silesia right above it.
Yeah, one of the Silesian shitters, and then Poland has some silver. Actually, that's 2 silver counties. Huh. But none out. Yeah, there's none just out there. Well.
There's sand.
There is. You can get sand just south of Kiev is sand. Why? I don't know. It's just sand. They need it in the market somehow, I guess. So much wild game wheat tree.
Why does wild game have to have like the same color as sand?
I don't know. I don't know. I would have thought it would be just an off version of the fur color. I like fur's color. I like fur's color. I like the metals. I like all of the metals. I like dyes. It's good. Lead's fine. Yeah, that gold is in Silesia, yeah. The silver is owned by Moravia. But they're both going to be very useful. So much in Lithuania. Yes. Yes. Much tree. Lithuania's economy consists of tree. God
Tree
damn.
and animal that live near tree.
They got some fish. God. This is gonna be a horrible place to play to trade. Oh.
Common Dracat L.
Common Dracat L indeed. How are you gonna build your trading economy? Well, I guess Amber? The Amber under meme? What? Amber under meme, I thought? What?
Memel.
Oh, Memel though. Oh, the Amber. Yeah, there's a lot of Amber down here. I don't know what the hell you're gonna do with Amber though. What's it for?
Like sand.
It does. Oh, that's great. Oh. Now, mind you, I think when you turn a city, it's like a place into a city, and you start producing different goods there, you make less of the rural stuff. So if you built Memel up, it would be, I think it might actually be a thing where you can, I mean, the best places to build cities are the places that produce food on their own, I think, though. I forget what they were saying.
Or that are
It's
next to places that have food.
Yeah. It's like...
So Danzig, where it produces dye.
Danzig is the wheat one, I think.
I thought Danzig was the dye. It's either the dye or the amber.
Oh, no, you're right. It's the dye. So yeah, be in Danzig where you produce dye, pump it up, produce tons of dye, and then you got all this wheat and fish around. Send it in, boys. Danzig is also farmland. It's dye farmland. What the heck is this? What is this? I mean, I guess you need fertile land to grow all your yee ass flowers for the dye works.
Mm-hmm.
Goof.
That is exactly it. He finally understands.
I have possessive. I have possessive. I hope I have it.
Yep.
The critical information.
Yeah. Critical information.
But there's more. There's more gold and silver down here. What is this?
That probably refers to like barley, rye, the tougher things than wheat.
Do you have an issue with sturdy grains, Drac? Oh, sturdy grains. What was another one that was funny? Because like sturdy grains, sand, and like legumes. You get fiber crops. Legumes is somewhere.
This is after Hungary was like super depopulated by the Mongols, right?
Well, I guess we're gonna find out in a second. From the distribution of materials, maybe a couple things that catch your eye. There is an amber good present on the shores of the Baltic Sea. The second is that the Tatra Mountains in Slovakia have a bunch of precious metals, which makes them a very interesting area to exploit and develop. Well, explain what the amber's for, please. No? Okay, fine.
Resources. It's meant as a good that you can use in the game.
Wow. There are 1.5 million people in Lithuania. And only like a third of them are Lithuanians. Rest in peace. More Poles. Mind you, Lithuania, while even past the 1.5 million people they've also got a ton of vassals.
So does Poland. And Poland's vassals are chunky.
They can probably... Lithuania and their subjects should probably kick the Order's ass.
Livonia is like depopulated, but the
There's
Teutons have
no
a
one
lot.
here.
And also, Bohemia, as you can see, has a lot.
Well, and remember, both the Teutons and the Livonians are, martial knightly orders.
Okay.
Their armies are probably more experienced and better than peasant armies that could be fielded. That's the assumption, anyway.
The Teutonic Knight.
That's true. That might actually be, in fact, 2.6 million people in Hungary. You might be right, Mysterian. That would be crazy. Oh my god. That's not... Oh, it's not a good time when Livonia has less than half. No, wait, that's like half if you take all their subjects together. That's like half of what goddamn Kiev has now after it gets destroyed by the steppe.
Just ignore Estonia.
Oh! But
That's
you know
not
what?
actually Estonia. That's Denmark. That's the
Yeah,
total
it is.
population of Denmark. It's not as. It's
Yeah.
not what you think.
You scared me for a second there. I was just, holy shit! Until I remembered, yeah. Denmark has that. De facto, Denmark owns this directly. Direct rule from Copenhagen. Post Black. Yeah, I want to see an average. I hope that they show us when they do the Black Death Dev Diary. I hope they show us a before and after example of a few areas because I want to know. I want to know what happens to Poland after the Black Death runs through Lithuania and Poland.
Poland was like Milan. It didn't get hit that badly.
Well, that's true, but how historical is it? How historical is it going to be simulated in that regard?
Maybe very, maybe not.
Common Danish L, less people than Poland. Yeah, I certainly imagine there would be less people living in Denmark than in Poland. It's a real shocker. But yeah, all that farmland tends to do good for actually being able to feed people. Imagine needing Teutons to help you take the Baltics. The thing is they're actively fighting alongside the Lithuanians to beat the orders right now. So, yeah.
Comment farther down the thread, the Livonians start as a vassal to the Teutons, so
They do? Okay. That's what it
player
looks
Teutons
like. So.
can probably bunch all their people up and kick the AI's ass.
Yeah, eat them.
Yeah.
Especially with Bohemia.
Oh yeah, Bohemia and all of its vassals are involved.
57.6 million in Kiev. There's 111,000 in Vienna. We can't see the core of Bohemia. That's some dense population down here, actually. It's 116k people in this one Silesian count.
Yes.
Excuse
right next to
me?
75k.
What the hell? Why are there so many Silesians? There's so many. How do you feed them all? They're great skill.
Silesian historically has been one of the most prosperous provinces in both.
I love that statement, Starsky. Just, I may not be Estonian, but something about the Danish being in Estonia makes me very angry. It's you know what? It makes me angry too. It looks wrong. That's why the Danish owning Estonia just looks wrong.
I mean, it is historic though.
Why though? Why'd they do that? It looks horrible.
It was it was the result of part of the Northern Crusade and Denmark's participation in it.
Look, Joffrey, the Danish player, he was just surrounded, alright? He had Norway and Sweden to the north, the HRA to the south. He needed somewhere to expand so he could scale and snowball later in the game.
I mean, it's literally Denmark EU4 101 is to conquer the Livonians and the Teutons.
Like, the player, he's just a sweaty tryhard, okay?
You would know.
Exactly.
I mean, you're probably gonna, as Denmark, conquer the Livonians in this game too. To be perfectly honest, to get a better.
Your nation doesn't commit seppuku on day one.
Oh, that's true. You've got a little more pressing issues with all of.
Yeah, you got Skane.
Yeah, all of Skane is revolted. It's not great. You're gonna kick them out first playthrough, but as who? Who do you kick them out as? You kick them out as who? Do you play one of the subjects? Do you play like Ocel and then convert to Estonian culture?
Yes.
You play like Ocel. That's a horrible. Oh God, Ocel. And then there's Dorpat. Dorpat's all in one place. Interestingly, Courland exists. Yes, Courland exists. Mind you, these are all bishops, but still. But this RGL, they need to go. I don't know who RGL is, but they have to be stopped. Palm. This is all disgusting. I still want to know what Tor is.
Tor.
Pskov exists. Yeah, so they underneath Big Novgorod, yeah.
Yeah, looking by the color, they're probably a subject of Novgorod.
Big Novgorod. Rizhiev, Smolensk. And then you've got these. You've got I guess this is probably its own thing. Trubchevsk. Bryansk, yeah, and Karachev.
If you look at Tver, it's actually a shade of yellow. That means it's probably a subject of the Golden Horde.
I think, well, I think basically somehow I think all of these people that are subjects of Lithuania are also in that
the Tatar yoke.
The Tatar yoke thing that Muscovy is the leader of. So I think Muscovy is the leader of the Tatar yoke thing, which has all of these little shitters in it, even though some of them are also vassals of Lithuania. Just like how you've got people like in France, you've got Navarre having a PU with one of the vassals of France. Yeah, exactly, Drek. The Navarre thing all over again. Oh, I want to know how that works. I really want to know that happens. What happens in regards to that? But yeah, I have so little. Like I do it as the Estonians. Yeah, I'd play as like Dorpat or Ocel and kick everyone out as Estonian culture. But I don't want to play as goddamn Western Baltic. That's just gross. Tor. So, location.
Koropets.
Yeah, it's right there. As you said. Principality of Toropets. Yeah. Yeah, shame on them for their accursed goddamn Western Baltic culture right next to Samagishan. They didn't want to unite the Lithuanians under one culture, but what they do want to do is have Western Baltic instead of splitting it up into we can't have Courland Curonians, I think they're called. You can't have the Curonians as their own thing, please?
No, you couldn't. You couldn't. It's not allowed.
Stop saying Estonian. As a Finn, I must protect my Finnic brothers.
Okay, what if we called them like Westonians? Or Northstonians? Maybe even Southstonians.
You want it to be Southern Finns? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, Southron and Northron Finns. I think that's what would make you more satisfied. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well. Just Finns. Oh, the market again. I don't think this has changed.
Anything new.
I don't think that the markets have changed. Yeah.
But what is important is what comes next week.
Italy.
The last interesting part of Europe that they can show us.
Last interesting part. I mean, they could show us the cultural and religious makeup of the Balkans and Anatolia.
I think we've already seen that, actually.
Not the cultures and religion. We've seen like outlines of the we've seen outlines of the states. But yeah, we
See,
also haven't seen the HRE proper. We haven't seen them explain
see,
that.
I'm less
Or the Low
interested in seeing
Countries.
the Balkans because we already have seen a lot of it. In fact, I think it was one of the main pictures for one of the Tev diaries.
There's a
So
black
we've
hole
all
in the middle of the Baltic because that can't be a part of any trade zone because it's not next to an ocean. It's not next to land. You can't turn random segments of the ocean in the middle of uh the Atlantic or Pacific Ocean into any market. They have not shown and no, they have not properly shown um they have not shown us a what the heck? Why my mind just blanked? Have they shown the HRE? You know, they have not shown us a proper religious and cultural makeup of the HRE. Just like we've seen little bits of it from the outside. Um, yes, pirates. Of course.
and now you know what it's time for. Dev responses.
Interesting.
It's time for that good stuff. That good.
Time for that good. Yo, there's a Western Baltic outrage. Yes, please. Please, everyone needs to complain. I need this to be fixed. I really like the political map, though. Oh, God. I just noticed the little shit freaking PAS in the middle of Austria.
Yes.
Oh.
Cope. Deal with it. Mauled.
I'm
Fell
gonna.
off.
I'm gonna mold a little bit. Right, come on. Down we go. Alright. Forgetting something first time. There's a war ongoing. It's possible to have X number of wars on the start date scripted in the setup, yes. Okay. Kashubian dynamic province names. Maybe we will. Shouldn't Poland start with an alliance? Or at least inheritance pact with Hungary?
Yeah, that was
Union? What? A union between Hungary and Poland? No.
yeah. You know the
No.
guy that died at the Crusade of Varna was king of Poland and Hungary, and I think maybe Bohemia too. I might be wrong.
Oh my god, no.
Oh, and of course Lithuania, I believe. At
That.
least he was Lord of
Oh.
Lithuania.
Oh.
They're like Giga State, Giga East Europe.
What the hell? There's some content related to the Union of Crowns with Hungary. Oh, yeah. Also, Bohemia. That's bad.
Imagine
Oh,
if the Polish Lithuanian Commonwealth had Bohemia and Hungary.
absolutely horrendous. Get back here. Where are the Carpathians? Carpathian. We're gonna get a Carpathian Tinto map. Ah, damn. Yeah,
We've
it's
already
gonna take
seen most
ages.
of Hungary. We've seen like the best parts of Hungary though.
It's gonna take us ages to be finished with Europe if we're gonna get one specifically for the Carpathians. Oh. Is there any reason Estonia isn't pagan, or at least have a considerable pagan minorities? We might have to add a few more pagan pops there. Yeah, they just haven't done the minorities, I guess. Yeah. Give us more religions and stuff. There's content portraying the German migrations to the east. Also, old Prussians are covered, but under the Western Baltic culture. I'm gonna stab someone.
Can we move on beyond the Western Baltic thing?
Look at how many thumbs up that post got.
We have wasted a third of this entire live stream about the Western Baltic people.
And the other third was restarting the stream. That's 1/3 left.
I don't like it.
I am dangerously close to falling asleep at this point.
And yet you keep coming back for more.
I am literally laying on my bed right now.
Oh no, Nemcraft, no. No.
We're not discussing that on this stream. No.
It would be better if I could get back to it in a timely manner.
Got saying there should be more hills in the west. List of regions you will cover. Yeah, they're covering the whole world. Western Europe will Sephardi and Ashkenazi be different. Sephardic and Ashkenazi are different cultures. Cool. We're having more than just a Jewish culture. That's neat. They are independent. Oh, Livonians are actually not vassals of the Teutons.
Oh, just wait.
What? Wait.
Just wait.
But he just said.
No, just keep going.
Yeah.
Okay.
We revise it later.
Why is Memel not a square? Good question. Yes, square Memel. Provide alongside political map list of abbreviations. It's a list of countries in Italy. There's a lot of countries in Italy. Yeah, it's gonna be small, boys. Province names. Yeah, just people giving feedback in here. Trade map today. No trade map today. Yeah, you gave a trade map, you goon. It's just not a new one. We've already seen this before. Will there be only one? Oh, there's just gonna be one Tinto map for all of India. Oh, God.
Whole subcontinent.
Wow.
One.
Time to talk about all India.
No one conquers the Tamil Kings.
Ignore the Dutch. Ignore the British.
What the German minority, the minorities in central Poland are Germans and Ashkenazi. What are the cultures there again? Yeah, Silesians in the middle.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what that is then. Or maybe that's what this brown is. Yeah, that's what that brown is then. So you get the Germans, other Germans, more Germans, lots of Germans, some Silesians, and then Ashkenazi, I guess. Probably. Unless it's Cumans for some reason.
Yes, it is.
Better. So I hear I got a table and chairs instead of a recliner.
Is Livonia vassal of the Teutons? They're independent.
Happy.
As someone from the teams pointed out, the Livonian order starts as a vassal of the Teutonic order. Wow. Okay. So they just corrected it. That's crazy.
I told you.
Valar, yeah, they were saying that there's... I don't think that's Czech. That's not the right shade of brown. That is not the right shade of brown to be Czech. So that would be a little strange for there to just be this blob of Czech there. Yeah, historically they were vassals of the Teutons as well, but yeah, it's a different shade. It's a different shade of brown. Yeah, historically the Livonians were a vassal of the Teutons, but Well, Valar, they just said that the minorities, the ethnic minorities in central Poland are Germans and Ashkenazi, so that's why I'm saying some of them are Germans and some of them are Ashkenazi. Whoa! Not enough to make swatches of the religion, though. They're converting to Catholic. All right, yeah, they're subject. Siberia, Zaragoza, names. Yeah, just name stuff. I don't know what names. Hope Transylvania gets attention. The Carpathian map. They'll talk about it more. You always read old Tinto maps. Why does it make sense for us for feedback? Yes, you read all of them. Only Silesian culture. Oh, now someone's gonna say they want Silesian to be broken up. The Silesian region was shaped by German Silesians just as much. Is that what that culture is? Oh, so it is Silesian German then.
Well, that's what they're asking.
Mm-hmm. A little spoiler. There are Silesian Germans. German Silesians. Yes. Germans in Slovakia. There's German pops everywhere. Big population thing. Would you mind sharing this? Sharing from what sources this data? They're talking about pops, demographics. Back to ASIMs, are we? We have changed it to the adjective Catholic in the screenshot. So Catholicism used to be it, but now it just shows as Catholic on the Mac. Okay, okay.
Thank
also
God.
seems to different. I guess it's better. Yeah, I like I like it just saying Catholic on the map more. Same as it's saying like remova instead of removing. Yeah. No, the map color does not have any difference. Indication of autonomy. Yeah. What is amber for? Might be used in a building. He doesn't know. He doesn't know what it's used for. But we shall see who's naming stuff. Is Kashubian separate culture from Palabians? Palabian is a different culture. That's not what was asked. Oh, Kashubians. There, yeah, okay. Yeah. Palabians are probably what there's a little blue bit that shows up on the western edge of this map, so I imagine that's what that is.
Possibly. Possibly not.
The encoding of Project Caesar is very, very flexible. Unlike
we'll
me.
See about that.
We're gonna put that to the test. The Palabians cool. Having Palabians is cool though, Drac. They're getting absolutely Germanized, but like, come on, you still want to see the bit of them that's around, you know? Agreed straight up to Danzig. It's Polish cores. Oh, that makes sense then.
That is confirmation that we're still using the good old-fashioned core system, though.
Is that good or bad, though? Do we like that in this
That's a matter of your own personal opinion. I kind of am happy they're keeping with it.
Dark? What do you think?
I don't mind it.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. So, yeah. All things considered, if it ain't broke, you don't need to fix it. You don't need to innovate on literally everything at once. And the core system was probably the thing that no one complained about, so, yeah.
No, literally innovate everything. The next game, it's gonna be Mars Universalis. Nothing will be the same.
One of the very first things that people were asking, Starsky, one of the very first things that people were asking when these Tinto talks started was about the war system, and Johan very quickly explained that it is a warfare system where you move people around on a map. It is not like Vicky 3. They very much seem to not want that debacle to happen again, because it's like permanently reduced the potential for Vicky 3 as a game to earn them money because people don't want to play its warfare system. Switzerland Troll Shop. Yes, the HRE Tinto talk. Yes. 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 Christianity spreading. Culture colors are scripted. They are usually similar to country colors when possible. Yeah, so as something we talked about previously, they do seem to be tied to a country. So yeah, I guess Ester Leonese, for example, there's probably, what a surprise, Leonese cores, Galician cores, and their nation probably looks like that culture. Maybe there is a country called Samagisha that you can release, and it is that same green color. I love all the winky faces. They always add a little wink. It's like, maybe you can provide us some feedback. Wink.
There's an event for Warsaw.
It's a location. It's a mere village.
You might not like it, Drac, but Warsaw will be big.
Ha! Suffer. Danzig shall not be the center of Poland. Oh, poor cat, not Danzig. I mean, Danzig's gonna be really good. You play him. You play as Poland and make Danzig big instead. Other Jewish cultures. There are many Jewish cultures, yes. Yes! Grab them all! Hey, Paradox. I know I'm gonna, sorry, Vector, I'm gonna put you to sleep again. Hey, Paradox, if you can represent all these Jewish cultures, why can't we have the three different, why do we need to have Western Baltic? Why can't we split it up into Curonians again?
No, stop, don't do it.
People don't like this. No. It's good. This is good. Like it. Other Scandinavian can make sense. No, we Danes at Tinto. We have a Dane, all right. Oh, is it Saint Dave? Is Saint Dave the Dane? Maybe, I don't know. I mean, he says UK in his name, so I'm less inclined to believe that. Northern provinces of Moldavia, where humans make mistakes and post them so you can find and help us fix them. It's just 67 dudes in northern Moldavia. I mean, they barely touched it yet, it sounds like, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Prepare feedback now. Give feedback now. Yes, more feedback. So pretending
feedback
to not
onto Caesar.
Render feedback onto Caesar. Or render unto Caesar what feedback he is owed, or something. I don't know. How would you say it?
Render unto Caesar what is Caesar's. Whose face is on the coin? Caesar or Augustus? Oh, give it to him. Render unto Caesar what is Caesar's. Render unto God what is God's.
It's a shame your team isn't considered the
Orthodox. It was a complete non-answer.
It's sort of an answer. It was essentially saying, pay your taxes. Caesar's face is on the coin. Pay him.
Yeah, but he was dodging the actual thing they were getting at a bit. He was playing the same sort of verbal games that they were trying to play with him. So turnabout is fair play.
Oh, so Pavi is saying that there is going to be, yeah. You'll have more options for Lithuania. Yay! You can actually choose to be Orthodox, which would be the more tact.
We also had an option
obviously.
to convert to Jewish.
Yes! Yes! Vector speaking my language now! Also Sami shamanism? Also animist?
Let the Duke of Lithuania just convert to any religion known on the map.
Yeah,
and
obviously.
Ones that aren't.
Shinto Lithuania.
Yes. Why the pagan hype? Of course you'd ask that question, Valar. Why the pagan hype? I don't get it. Because the same reason that when I get my hands on the game, I'm going to turn Andorra into a new Israel. I'm going to bring all of the Jewish pops there, and we're going to build it up. It's going to be great. You wouldn't understand.
Israel. You have Beta Israel, and soon in the Pyrenees you'll have Sigma
I
Israel.
was hoping you were gonna say Sigma. It's gonna be Sigma Israel in the fucking mountains where no one can speak to you. And I need to bring this up every single time. Every single stream needs to bring up that Andorra get in play. Remember what Remerod said? What did Remerod say?
He said many things. Said Rings of
The
Power was
the
good.
Finns are East Swedes.
Oh, where is that?
That's right. Yeah. Oh god. Alright. Well, that is this finished. So unless there's more stuff, we might we might be at the point where we're letting Vector go.
Yeah.
The pause key. I don't think I'm gonna look at that. I don't think I will.
I don't think that's that important.
Bronze versus cannons. Opium as raw good. Suggested opium as raw good. Oh dear.
Hashtag free Vector.
Will Venice be an island? No. No, it's not. You can see it's not, and it shouldn't be.
Yes. The greatest change they made was stopping Venice. God, I hate Venice so much from EU4.
I know, as soon as we saw that map, your instant reaction was, oh, thank God Venice isn't an island anymore.
God,
Remember when it used to be like...
I despise Venice in EU4.
I remember when it used to be a perfect circle. What a great province.
God designed Venice himself.
The Duchies of Athens.
Because even the devil needs a home.
God stayed in Square Memo.
This is
Satan stayed in Circle Venice.
the only one I'm vaguely interested in that I can see here. Is the 100 Years War lasting 100 years in the Project Caesar? I'm curious what people have to say on this subject.
Show us these dev responses. We need them.
That's a lot.
I don't want to go through. I don't want to go through 4 pages.
We have a fun solution.
I don't want to read all that.
We have a fun solution. Wow.
Win.
Johan would like to advertise the game is fun.
When you say it like that, you make it sound delightful. Sometime before summer, I will touch upon it briefly.
We are now in June, Johan. Summer has started.
Don't forget, because they're Swedish,
started today.
They're probably going to take a break July.
I suppose, technically speaking, he did mention it was a situation, so I suppose he did touch upon it briefly.
That's true. Oh, it might actually be a lot of fun then.
I wonder, do you think they're going to take their classic Swedish break in July?
Yes. Even though they're all in Spain. They still run on Stockholm time.
Oh, Joffrey in shambles.
No, don't. Not your Swedish holidays, no.
For a full month.
Please, no. What will I do? My channel will die. What am I gonna do?
You could code more content in Realms.
No! Yeah. That's gross.
You gotta keep practicing, Joffrey.
My content farm will collapse. Dear God, how will anyone come to watch me talk about maps if they're not posting more for me to show people? What will I do?
Don't be internally right now. This is not stonks.
This is not very stonks at all. I'll need to go back to coding those pirates that Loon and I have been doing all that work on to get the frickin' assets from Shogunate. I really do need to do that.
YouTube Shorts.
Whoa, did you guys know about the most secret culture in Project Caesar? Whoa. Host the solution isn't based on the hearts of minus 90% everything. No, whatever. Or
probably either end when one, the proper Angevin Empire is united, or two, England is driven from the continent. Those are probably the major end conditions.
What the? Any day with the midday
Union,
temperature? Any day with the midday temperature below 15 C is winter? Excuse me, Johan?
See,
Can you even call yourself a
with,
Swede? What the
that is
hell?
weak.
Fake Swede.
with
Strongest Swedish male right here. What is this? What the hell?
I
No,
don't know
that is
what-
the weakest Swedish male.
I don't know what that is in freedom units.
This is sweater weather. At most.
Zero C is 32 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, I know that's 32, but I don't know what 15 is.
So this is like 50 something.
59. That's not winter. That's like
Yeah!
That's why we're needling him for being so weak.
Yeah, that's
This
like
is-
autumn weather.
Like, you're at most wearing a sweater in that. What the hell?
Not even
If
a
even.
sweater. Sweater is when it hits like 40. Up 40s, upper 30s.
Depends on how the wind is.
Oh, it's always windy in this city. Where I live, whatever the temperature is, you have to take the... It's always so windy. Goddamn. Nah. Now they're just talking about where he lives. The local butcher here is French and speaks English.
Now they're just having a conversation.
Stop asking Johan about what it's like in Barcelona. This week Swede talking about it being winter. Or is he okay? I'll give him Is it any? Is it the reason I moved to Barcelona? Plus 10 sounds very summer to me. Maybe he's just saying that anything below 15 C is winter in Barcelona, and that's why he moved there, because it's warm.
There's a reason.
That's
15 degrees Celsius is 59 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, that's not even sweater weather.
Yeah.
Right. Well. Surely I must make a post on this. I must make a post on in here. Sign my petition, change.org. Split
no.
Western Baltic.
No, not again.
Split Western. Okay.
No.
Rename Lithuanian culture to Southern Baltic. Oh, you guys are great. Oh, Alright, we're gonna wrap this up here. I've got to leave for work. I got not right away, but I gotta start preparing to leave for work, and some other stuff as well. So I thank you all very much for watching and bearing with me while the internet was acting up. I did in the end connect my phone. Perhaps it is something with my computer's connection. Maybe it's something specifically with my computer connecting to it, because I've connected my phone to it, and it's actually my computer is connecting to the Wi-Fi through my phone, and that's making it better for some reason. So I don't know what's up with that, but maybe I will actually be able to fix it by acquiring some sort of some extra modem to put next to my computer. Maybe that will help. But with that, I think we have. Valar, my mewing streak is unmatched. You don't know what you're talking about, but anyway, we'll wrap this up here. I thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you next time.